Good evening, guys. We are in Abu Dhabi for round two. I think we've got one shot qualifying for the sprint, and that will be followed by the main race. Velocity then taking the early lead in the constructors, 3 points ahead of Sentinel, 68 points to 65. And then the midfield battle goes Williams, Projet, Aphrodite, Imperial, McEwen. They were only separated by 14 points, and then we've got a few teams at the bottom that need to put a result or two out the bag today. Mustachio Racing, Valhalla, and Ventablade. Benita is leading the Drivers' Championship ahead of Voltex and Munich. I don't think he's made it in time for this one shot quality. Let's see how many people invalidate on the first attempt here. It's Abu Dhabi. So chances of rain are very slim, but not 100% zero. Everyone putting their setups in now. Someone's put the setup in and ready to very quickly there. So hope everyone's got their setup saved. Here we go then. What if I just get a sign on the side where it tells me who's on pole? I do, yeah. Here we go. He's just going to switch around red quick out. So, I don't know how you do the ones, how you meant to qualify on one shot for commentators, but here we go. Getting down to the hairpin. Cole is currently pole. He's just been overtaken by Mac Grab, but gets it back on the exit there. Got better exit and drive. Doesn't think anyone's invalidated just yet. Macram and Cole swapping that lead around there at the top. Hilly's up there as well. Hilly, he breaks himself there. He jumped 4 places up there. Just watching the table. Positions changing there. Kind of stabilised out there. Down the straight. This is where you get the more technical part of the track. Now, this is where you can gain a few tenths if you can keep it tight and clean. Save some ERS. Hilly's out on pole at the moment. If this graphics to be accepted, everyone's swapping my positions now. Coming to the final corner for everyone. Is Hilly going to hold on to it and smack it on pole? He has. Hilly on pole then. 2 tenths. Hilly got that. Yeah, doubt it was disqualified. So that's one shot quality done. All I saw then was Hilly was on pole by 2 tenths. There we go. Hilly on pole then, header beaten. 2 tenths there. Great performance by Hilly there after finishing P10 last week. Viking Fox P3, Mooney P4, Cole P5, Grant P6, Psycho 7th, Magnetic 8th, Bailey 9th, Ethan ran out the top 10 with his teammate Haytham behind him. Macram 12th, Hamady in 13th, Colin 14th, Taylor Danny 15th, Jumbo John 16th, Melanis 17th, and Delta in 18th. Melanis and Delta getting disqualified. Must have got track limits somewhere. He will be starting at the back for the 10 lap sprint. Nice result there from Hilly, to be fair. 10th in the championship. The very eventful Baku last week. Let's see if we can get some good points for his team today. Ventablades. Everyone has put in their tyres on. I love the generic crowd in the background on this game. Getting their tyres in. Getting the setups locked in. You can change the setups. That seems to be left off. Some nice pit crew there in pink. Sat behind a flat medium tyre. Here we go then. Mention that. So Hilly will be on pole for Venterblade Racing. Beaton will be in P2 for Williams BMW. Viking Fox for Valhalla in P3. Jonathan Mooney for Sentinel Racing in P4. Carl, who is standing in for the ProGen Racing today for Diablos in P5. Grant in P6 before Imperium. Nearly Psycho in P7 for Aphrodite Racing. Magnetics in P8. So the top 8 teams then through that one-shot quality are different teams. Not one team took grasp there in that one-shot quality. So the top 8, all different teams. Brady P9, Ethan and Haytham, teammates there, 10th and 11th. Macram in P12, Amity in P13, Coldine in P14, Taylor Daly 15th, Little Jumbo John 16th, Milan 17th, Dalton 18th. Let's have a look at the tyres then. 75% of the field have gone for the hard tyre. Nini, Psycho, Ethan, Haytham and Milan's going for the mediums then. Keep position change up for the first lap. Telemetry off, so people can't spy on what batteries your team have got. We come out the final corner then to line up. Got disconnected on the start last week, so hopefully that's going to happen this week. So what I like to do then is ride on board with Hilly into that first corner, looking back at the grid behind him, and then we'll quickly switch camera as we go round turn 1 to catch any instance as we go round. So here we go then. Here come the lights. 5 lights. And we go. Bogging down off the line, we should keep holding the lead. Beaton's going to have a look there to turn 1. Backs out a bit at the last second. Quickly scan through the field, see if we get any instance. It looks quite clean actually for that first turn. Oh, there was a bit of a front wing going flying there. And that's Grant. Grant has lost his front right end plate there into turn 2, and he's dropped 12 positions, gone all the way to the back of the field. Oh, more front wings going flying there out of the hairpin as he'll go racing down now. He'll maintain in the lead then. If you look back at the back of the field, there must have been 2-3 front end plates going flying as went into the hairpin. See if we can spot them. I think Grant has a front wing end plate issue. So does Nini's Psycho. He does, yeah. Psycho right at front wing end plates, and I think Macram as well. So as we come around then into the final sector, top 5 are unchanged. Bailey's made up 3 places on that start. Hamidi and Taylor Danny as well. They got 4 and 5 places each. There, biggest losers are Haytham and Nini Psycho, 9 and 7 places lost each. Grant's kind of recovered, you know, dropping down to the back. He's recovered 6 places on his first lap to get it all back. Oh, we've got a car. It's Haytham. Haytham must have had a spin then as we went under the lit up building. And he's pitting, he's got no front wing, and his Psycho's in the pit as well. Oh, got hiccups. He then maintain the lead then. The DRS will be activated in his Psycho then. So he's just going to wait till the main race. Let's see if Beaton then do anything about Hilly then through the first DRS. That remains the same, didn't really gain anything on him there. Look behind. Ethan and Magnetics going racing. Ethan gets the better of Magnetics there. into the chicane. Nice move there, even moving up to P7 on the grid. Got a few battles going on here. Taylor Danny and Hamady having a look at each other. Grant gets past Colden. He's up to 11th front then. There's no front left wing gameplay. Doesn't seem to have lost any pace. He's made up 7 places since having that issue at turn 2 on lap 1. Hitting them, leading the race. Beaton not letting him go though. There's only 2 tenths behind him. You see the heat in the back of these cars. Jonathan Mooney setting the fastest lap of 1:25.8. As Magnetics comes into the pit then. The gap between Hilly and Beaton is closer here. Magnetics time in the pit. And here we go. Hilly is now under a lot of pressure from Beaton and Viking Fox. They're both in 2 tenths of him. Hilly's going to have to go defensive here down this first DRS straight. If we look back from his rear wing. Going defensive, but Beaton's going for the move. Beaton's got the inside line. The camera waiting for the camera to catch up. Is Hilly going to be able to defend it? He is. Hilly defends that lead down the first DRS straight. Can he do it for the second DRS straight here? Here comes Beaton. Beaton got the inside line. Pushing Hilly out wide. I think Hilly's going to have to relinquish the lead there. He does. He drops down to second. Beaton takes the lead of the race. Viking Fox is in third. He's ready to pounce if anything happens. Oh, and I think the Senator boys come together. Did the Senator boys come together there? I think they did. It looked like there's some carbon fibre coming off one of them. Senator boys, 4th and 5th. Second in the championship. Quite good for them at the moment. Milanis and Pinita. Well, Pinita's not here, Milanis isn't, so as it stands right now, Centre Racing will be taking the lead of the championship. The constructors will be on lap 4 now. Beaton has took the lead of this race and has decided he's going to put his foot down. He's now 8 tenths clear of Hilly. And he just back cleaned into that DRS zone there and keeps with him. Right up the gearbox a bit as they come into the braking zone. Let's see if he can have a go at Beaton here down the second DRS straight. Beaton going defensive, hugging that inside line if he's going to want. Oh, a nice. He went for the late switch to the inside there. He's got the inside line, but Beaton somehow keep that. Oh, he's run off wide. Rejoined, and that's putting him under a lot of pressure from Viking Fox now. He manages to defend from Viking Fox and Jonathan Mooney and Bailey. I just watch him from behind here, hoping that these guys have some sort of instant take each other out. They are ready to pounce. Ethan as well is actually craning up onto these leaders. Not quick there. He's 1.2 seconds down. If he can get within that second, he can join this battle at the top. And just behind Taylor Danny, Cole and Grant batting away for 7th place. You got Hamady and Milanis batting away for 9th. And beating them. Has got Hilly out of his DRS zone here. That means Hilly's going to come under pressure for P2. And if you come down the long straight then, no DRS for Hilly then. Viking Fox is going to come and put some pressure on. Bailey and Jonathan Mooney swap positions. I don't know if that was a team order there. Bailey goes through. Viking Fox up to P2 then, a bit further down. Hamady and Milanis battling away. Milanis went off the track there, but he's come back on. But Hamady has took that position of 10th away from Milanis there. Milanis isn't giving this one up though. He's going for it. He's going for the inside line now. Early in the race, when the tyres are fresh, the inside line is better. But as the tyres start to wear, the outside line around that corner gets you the better. Oh, just behind them. Colden and Macram. I'm going to look at joining this battle on Milanis. Quite a few cars who have front wing gameplay here. It's quite, there's a few battles going on through the phone. We've got the top 5 battling away. Could be top 6 now. Ethan's broke in that DRS zone of the top 5. And you've got 7th down to 9th battling away. And then from 11th down to 15th battling away. So 4 big battles going on, as you can see on the graphics, how close they all are. Viking Fox is got that 2nd down on Beaton now. He will have the DRS. After a great qualifying. Still in 3rd. Doesn't have the pace of the front guy. Tim Bailey had a think about it there. A little bit further down. Is anyone going to go for a move? No, no one's close enough there. Viking Fox in 5/10. No, he's not going to be close enough to make the move here. But Bailey's close enough to make the move on Hilly, and around the outside goes Bailey there, and now Hilly's under pressure from Bailey's teammate Jonathan Mooney. Now Hilly has no front right wing plate here. Manages to hold off Jonathan for now in P5. So top 3 then Beaton, Viking Fox and Bailey all moving up. Bailey's had a great sprint race so far. He's made up 6 positions to get himself up to P3. Got to Viking Fox and Beaton just hovering around 7/10 here. We go into the last 4 laps. About, for 10th place, still between 10th and 15th here. Everyone in with a chance here. They feel like they're all in a bit of a DRS train right now. Nathan bring up Leah. Finishes the finisher for him. Here we go. I don't think Viking Fox could be close enough to beat in on this lap. Is Jonathan going to be close enough on Hilly? He is not. He's going to stick with the leaders here because Viking Fox has got that gap down to 2/10 here, but he's ran over the curb a little bit there and had a little bit of a bounce. That'll give Beaton the chance to get a bit of a gap. Bailey though, he's on a charge here. It's Jonathan Mooney gets past Hilly. And Taylor Danny gets past Cole. Anyone else going for the move? No. We've had overtakes in every lap of this race so far. Great pole position. Dropped down to P5 at the moment. Jonathan Mooney's back where he started in P4. There was a bit of team order to let Bailey go. And will that pay dividends here? Because Bailey right on the back now, 1st and 2nd place. As you can see, Beaton, his ERS is charging, his red light flashing. He won't have the DRS, he's going to need all the ERS he can muster to keep these 2 behind him. Let's come down then. 3 laps to go of this sprint race. Beaton charges away then, trying to break that DRS. Yep. As far left as he can. The 2 guys behind him follow him through. Heading out coming under pressure from Ethan behind him. Oh, what happened to Bailey? Bailey's just dropped from P3 to P6 here. He's lost 3 positions in one corner. Did he have a moment there? I didn't catch it on my screen. The camera goes weird, but at the end of the DRS straight then you can't actually see even going around the apex. But Bailey drops from P3 to P6 here. Fantastic race he was having. It looks like he's had some sort of issue or mistake going into that first chicane at the end of the DRS straight, and he's dropped 3 positions. Got a yellow flag. And that is for Hamady Jr. Hamady Jr.'s got no front wing there. To the Valhalla Racing. Hamady Jr. looks like he's going to have to pick his teammates up in 2nd though. Rather getting some good points for his team. Is Hamady staying out? Hamady stays out. He's got no front wing on that car, but he stays out. Oh, maybe he's got less drag down the straight. It'll be quicker down the straight. Corners though might be a bit of an issue. And again, Beaton up going right to the left hand side to defend there. And Viking Fox gets the move done before we get to the chicane, and just behind, Bailey's trying now to recover from the mistake he must have had on that last lap. But Hilly's going to make him work for it here, for that P5. Both of them got DRS, both Jason Ethan, and Bailey gets that move done on Hilly. He's back up to P5 now. Viking Fox did get the move done on Beaton, but Beaton's took it back. As you get ready to start the final lap of the race, so all of them look are charging their ERS for this last lap. The top three now have gapped P4 by about 2 seconds, so it's going to them three. Bailey's now going to push Ethan to the end as well. But for P7 still, going in between Ted, Danny and Cole. Grant's done a great recovery drive from an issue he had on the first lap. And up into P9. Everyone's like flashing, everyone's charging up for this final lap and final push. Viking Fox has dropped away from being here. If you come to the first DRS zone, this is the last chance, guys, to earn you a few points out of this sprint race. Fox is not going to be close enough, but just behind though, Bailey should be close enough to. Not now, but he will be on the next ERS straight, and I think Beaton may have just got a big enough gap here to keep Viking Fox behind him, and it might just be enough to get him the win here. Hasn't put foot one goal away, he took the lead and hasn't looked back. And Bailey there, just ran the outside and gets ahead of Ethan. Bailey up to P4 then. This is a good showing from the Senator Racing guys. Their blue car. Oh, Ethan locked up a tie there and he ran into the back of Bailey there. He saved himself there. And here he's in P6. His teammates in P7. These guys have fell back towards P7. Well, honest. And Mike Graham side by side. They're going to battle to the line. I think Macram's just going to have it. Milanis gets pushed out wide by Colden. Colden sneaks through. He's going to get P11. Oh, Milanis losing his rear end all the way to the line. Aspiring the penalties at the end of the sprint race. Beaton wins it. Winning BMW. Viking Fox comes in P2 for Valhalla Racing. Senator Racing's Jonathan Mooney takes the final podium position, moves teammate Bailey in P4. Ethan GT comes home in P5 for the Mustachio Racing. And you got Healy and Taylor Danny for Venterblade in 6th and 7th. Iris Carl for Valhalla. Oh no, for Progen Racing, sorry. As a reserve for Diablo, coming home in P8. Grant P9, Mac Grant P10, Colden 11th, Milanis 12th, Delta 13th, Little Jumbo John 14th, Hamidi 15th, 8th P 16th. Magnetics and New Psycho tiring early on after instance didn't finish the race. So now we get ready for the feature race coming up in a second. So now we do the one-shot quality for the feature race. See if Hilly can put out another masterclass. And get back on pole. And off we go then for this. Sprint qualifying. Got a striker with tyres straight away there. So I can't really do anything. Oh, Hamady's got disqualified. Got a striker's tired. There's one shot quality. I can't really tell you much apart from who's leading currently, and that would be Bailey up in P1 at the moment, beating P2, Hilly P3 again. Hilly having good qualifying pace, it seems then. And there you go, look, straight up to P1 goes Hilly. There's the grid chopping and changing all the time here on this one shot quality. Beating Hilly up there again with Viking Fox. Grant's got qualified quite good in the one shot quality for the sprint. If had that instant T2, I think that kind of took away from what points he could have got. He had quite good pace in that race. And Magnetics is flying up from nowhere. It was briefly on P1. He's briefly on P1 again. Is Magnetics going to take pole here? Viking Fox into the last corner. Magnetics got a good exit. And I think Magnetics gets it by 0.01 of a second. I like the paint job as well. That's a really one shot quality. Anyone can grab it. Takes that one mistake and you drop down quite a few positions. So we go Magnetics on P1, Viking Fox P2, Bailey P3, Beaton P4, Neither Cycle P5, Grant P6, Hilly went just a tenth slower than what he did in the sprint quality. He's in 7th, Cole P8, Jonathan Mini P9, Macram 10th, Haytham 11th, Jimbo John 12th, Ted Danny 13th, Lannis 14th, Delta 15th, Glory Striker, Hamady, Colden and Ethan didn't finish that, which I think makes my commentator's prediction of 5 people getting disqualified come true. Thank you for the points, guys. Here we go. I think it's 28 laps of racing coming up. And Hilly has been kicked, and everyone's either been kicked or I've been kicked. It's me that has been kicked. Is it me or has everyone been kicked yet? Yeah, I've been kicked. And we are back, guys. So for that, we just had to reset the lobby after sprint one-shot qualifying that. Don't ready up straight away, guys. Let people get their setups in. We're ready for the feature race now. Keep you updated with the football scores. It's quite crazy in Germany at the moment. It's Bayern Munich 2, Real Madrid 3, 4-4 on aggregate. And Arsenal are looking like they could battle it here. I spotted it just at the post. Still 0-0. We will be back on the way very shortly. So then, we get ready for the race then, and we are on the formation. Let's check what tyre. Everyone's starting on the medium except for two guys. Colden in P18 for Milanis, in P14 gone for a different strategy. Let's go for the softs. Colden going for the long one on the hards. Magnificent. Is your pole sitter for the feature race. Viking Fox in P2, Brady in P3. The winner of the sprint race, Beaton's in P4. Nearly Psycho P5, Grant P6, Hilly 7th, Carl 8th, Jonathan Mooney down in P9th, Macron P10. Hay from 11th, Little Jumbo John 12th, Tony Danny 13th, Milanis 14th, Delta 15th. Randy 16th, Glorious Striker 17th, Colin 18th, and Ethan in P19th. If my calculations are correct, after that sprint qualifying, I think Senator are now the leaders of the constructors. Let's see if they can finish it up with a good performance here in the feature race. Best livery. So a quick glance at these cars that are coming around these final corners. I don't know, I like Kelly's paint job. Quite good. So I'll just go invite Beaton back in. Invite has been sent, Beaton. So here we go then. Lights out and away we go. We come around the first corner then. Magnetic's got a great start there. Bailey's up to P3 still. Needs Cycle made a position. Let me just change that to positions gained. So we should do that on the first lap. Grant's got a good start there. Up 2 positions. Beaton dropped down 7th though. 7 places. Beaton's going to go to the back here. He's got to take control of his car before it's too late here. Got disconnected. What a shame for him. He's going to be on a recovery drive then for the first part, maybe all of this race. Magnetic set. Great start. Nearly got Viking Fox out of that DRS almost immediately on the first lap. Then he's not waiting around. He's off here trying to break Viking Fox out of his DRS. Bay just behind Grant in P4, managing to keep his front wing fully intact here after sprint race. It got ruined a little bit for him. Gabby's nose clean this time. He's up into P6. Carl in P7, Mooney P8. Macron P10, Little Jumbo John ran out the top 10. Biggest losers then was Delta and Beaton was disconnected. He's jumped back into his car now. He ain't ghosted, so he has took control of his car. He's going to be on a recovery drive here for the first part of this race. Everyone was on the medium tyre then, except for two guys. And then two guys was Milanis and Colin. Colin's not really made any progress. Milanis has got in two positions as we come now and enter the first DRS of the race then. Look back from Magnetics. Bailey and Grant looking nice, but nothing going to happen here. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to keep position as we run down. Which they do. No one goes for the move then. For that first DRS then. Right, the second. It's got a bit of a DRS train going on here. Jonathan really thought about having a look on Cole there, but backed out of it. Oh, someone's losing positions. I think it's Ethan. And keeping off position or two there. Go from position change back to tyre then. Magnetics leads us then at the end of lap 2. Everyone charging their batteries up. So it's a great start then to this sprint race then for Magnetics for the McEwan team. He leads with Viking Fox for the Valhalla Racing in P2. Bailey in third for Senator Racing. Then we have Grant, who I think's Imperium Racing. Needy Psycho for Aphrodite and Hilly in P6. Trying to get some points for Venterblade Racing after I said that they would score the least points of this weekend. I think they are now out to prove me wrong. Carl standing up for Diablo for Pro Gen Racing. So the top 7 are all different constructors teams then. Viking Fox and Magnetics then are going racing side by side then down the second DRS straight. Magnetics tucks in behind. Is he going to go break him? No, Bailey's having a look then at Magnetics. Magnetics keeping that inside line and that second position. Grant there just had to back out thinking about going for it on Bailey. Come back through the field then. Taylor, Danny and Haytham getting racy. Taylor, Danny has got past Haytham then. Up into P13. Quite close. Oh, we have Glorious Striker then, who lost the rear end. He's lost a few positions there. He's down now to P18. Lost it coming under the tunnel section. Nearly did a Latifi there and put it into the barriers. Managed to save it though. It has cost him a few positions. Viking Fox now then is the new leader of this race. Magnetic, so right behind him is he now going to go for the battle. And we got Bailey and Grant going racing as well. That got a bit touchy and feisty there. Bailey's going to have to tuck it in behind Grant then. Just behind. Healy gets past Neely Psycho then up to P5. See, that's just guys, you have to keep your eye everywhere because there's a lot of movement happening through these DRS zones. Magnetic's not going to be close enough there. Ethan gets past Haytham. A bit further down the field for P14. And the top 8 here, they're only split by 2.5 seconds. That's the top 8 here. Oh, go racing. They've built up a 2.2 second gap to Macron behind. So we've got two fields of racing going on here. First to the 8th within 2.5 seconds, and then 10th all the way down to P19, split by 4 seconds. Some good racing going on at the start of this race here. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. We have a car into the pit. That's Ethan and Milanis in. Milanis getting rid of them soft tyres after just 4 laps. Let's see if there's any wing damage here. That's why these guys are pitting. Not for Ethan. Yep, Ethan's having a new front wing fitted then. He has lost part of his front wing then. Viking Fox still leads us. Alright then. We've got a bit of a DRS train forming. DRS train forming. This is going to become a bit more of an ERS overtaking race right now. They're looking there for Ethan. He's got down to last. He had to pit for a new front wing. Viking Fox still leads us away. Magnetics in P2, Grant P3, Bailey P4, Hilly P5, Nearly Psycho P6 with Carl and Jonathan behind. Macron now. Well, in no man's land, he's not in the front group, and he's just outside the reach of the second group. I don't think that's going to be long until he's joined by Beaton here. Beaton's on a charge, a little bit of a recovery drive. After getting disconnected at the start, he's got himself back up to P11. Needs to try and get past these two guys in front as soon as he can. And Carl gets past Nearly Psycho, then down to turn 1. Puts himself up to P6 here. Viking Fox him. Led the last 4 laps of this race, and he's going to hope he can lead it for another 24 of them. Just managed to keep Magnetics about 7/10 behind him at the moment. If Jonathan gets past Nearly Psycho, then down into the first chicane. Then Nearly Psycho losing 2 positions on this lap. Jonathan and Carl managed to find their way past him. And he's just dropping out the DRS of the 2 guys in front, and he's going to have to go defensive with Hilly attacking him now. And he right on his tail, couldn't find the grip on that inside line to really challenge Bailey there. Like I said, when you're on fresh about that inside line is the best, but as the tyres start to wear around that corner, better to have the outside line. It just seems more grippy and able to get the power down. That's a little bit better. Glorious Striker and Colden going racing here. Glorious Striker getting ahead of Colden for the time being. And Colden now going under pressure from Hamady behind him. Oh, got a pit stop. Nearly Psycho then into the pit. 6 laps on that medium. And he decided that's enough. Sorry, 6 laps. Medium tire didn't last that long then. And he goes on to the hards. Where's he going to join? Looks like he's going to rejoin down in P17. But he's going to have fresh track ahead of him to get some lap times in. But that's quite an early stop. He's definitely going to be on a minimum 2. Yeah, that's it. Viking Fox and leads us away. Magnetics in P2, Bailey P3. Not much movement here going on in the top 7 at the moment. Yeah, well, there's kind of stuck in a DRS train. I wonder how long these mediums are going to last, because that's quite an early stop here from these Psycho to get off them mediums. He's definitely going to have to go onto a 2-stopper as a minimum. Oh, Jonathan Mooney as well. Deciding the mediums here after 7 laps. Just not cutting it. And Magnetics, who was in P2, has also decided after 6 laps the medium tyre was just not hacking it here and has pitted for the hards. Has nearly cycle then caused a chain reaction then through the field to get off this medium tyre. Now the question is, where's Jonathan Mooney going to come out here? Neely and Jonathan Mooney were battling with each other before that pit stop. And out comes Jonathan Mooney now. And he's going to be 2 seconds down to that pit stop. Gives Neely Psycho the undercut on Jonathan there. Jonathan lost quite a bit of time there in the pit there. I wonder if he had front wing damage. No, he couldn't have it. So the undercut worked nicely there for Neely Psycho. He got the position back on Jonathan Mooney in that pit stop. There's Little Jumbo John and Macram going battling here for 6th place. Little Jumbo John just keeping ahead of Macram for the time being. Now, the medium tyres didn't seem to last long then. We've got cars pitting on 6th lap to old mediums. Viking Fox is staying out. Any more of the leaders coming in yet? Bailey's coming in. So into the pit comes Bailey. Into the pit comes Hilly. Their medium tyres not cracking up to what they want. If they're only lasting 7 laps here, I doubt the hard tyre is going to do 22. This is definitely going to be a 2-stop minimum strategy going on here. Now it comes Hilly. Now where is Jonathan? Where did he get the jump on these two guys? Oh, we got a crash car. We got a car spun out. And it's Macram. Macram is spun round. Macram has been disqualified. That's unfortunate for Macram. He must have spun it out of turn 1 / turn 2 and has spun into the exit of the pit lane. And if you do that and you're facing the wrong way, the game will instantly disqualify you. So through no fault of his own, Macram has been disqualified from this race and he's out. And he's going to be a bit annoyed there. I wonder if there was any contact. He was battling with Little Jumbo John at the time. I wonder if there was any incident that happened there. We've just lost it out of turn 2. And the car was pointing the wrong way down the pit lane, and that's given him the disqualification. Now the undercut is very strong here. The medium tyres must have been going off really quick. With Jonathan Mooney has jumped his teammate. He's jumped Hilly as well in them pit stops. Neely Psycho and Jonathan Mooney getting the jump on 2 cars already. Now we've got another lot of the front runners coming in. Grant into the pit. Little Jumbo John into the pit. Let's see now where is Grant going to come out. And that shows you how strong the undercut is here. Grant has lost 3 positions. Jonathan Mooney's gained 4 positions just from that undercutting everyone here. So Viking Fox leads this race here. Carl in P2. These two haven't pitted yet. They were with that front gaggle of cars. But we are seeing that the undercut is paying dividends here. These two going to try and hang it out and do a one-stop strategy here. If they are, they're going to struggle. But if they can make it pay off, they will get a good jump on the cars behind. But the undercut is very strong here. Magnetics is now only 13 seconds behind Viking Fox and will easily take the lead. Viking Fox the leader into the pits now. He was leading the race from lap 2 here. Now you definitely can see how strong of an undercut pitting early has been when he rejoins the race. Cole inherits the lead then. Onto the hard tyre he goes. Bailey fastest lap, and there you go, the Viking Fox, who has led the race from lap 2 just by going them extra 3-4 laps deeper into this race, has come out in P11 here behind all the guys that he was once ahead of. He will be on fresher rubber What he's now going to have to do some overtaking on the track to get them positions back. I feel like he will have to pit again. As Neely Psycho and Grant go racing. Grant gets ahead of Neely Psycho there into the chicane. Up to P8 goes Neely Psycho. Taylor Danny and Milanis as well, battling away. Taylor Danny getting ahead of Milanis. So we approach the end of lap 11. We've just got 4 drivers. I haven't pitted yet. Coldy in P8, he's on the hard. He's now stuck with all the guys that have pitted. And it's like there's contact and round goes Hilly. Coldy on a massive tyre disadvantage on really old tyres there. Was getting attacked from both sides. And he got tapped and it took him into Healy, and Healy is now dropped down to P13 and into the pit from Colden. Then after that little incident, is it going to be I think he did pick up some wing damage there, but it's not a new front wing going on. And Haytham beaten, quite happy to track round there on 11 lap old mediums. But they are getting gained on by 2 seconds a lap by the likes of Magnetics, Bailey and Jonathan behind them. Grant in P6, Neely Psycho P7, Viking Fox, who was leading the race for so long, is now down in P7. And he gets ahead of Neely Psycho. He's not wasting time. As now he's going to have to set his eyes on Grant ahead of him. But that is not before we have to defend from Neely Psycho down a second DRS straight. Neely Psycho just start close enough to get that position back there. Oh, yellow flag. And it was Haytham. Haytham's dropped from P2 down to P6 there. So he's lost the rear end there, I feel. And that's cost him 4 positions. He's on 11 lap old mediums. Them things must be close to burst. But as you can tell, at one on board. A lot of wear on them tyres. Oh, and he spun it again and he's into the wall. He's into the wall. He's got front wing damage. Hilly gets a 3-second penalty. Now from there, them tyres giving up life on him. Comes to the pit. That's going to cost him loads. He was doing alright, to be fair. And that's going to drop him right to the back. And Bailey now into the lead. Beaten now, just getting swamped. He's on 12 lap old mediums and he's now getting swamped, but he's definitely going to be running a one-stop strategy here. We feel taking these mediums as long as he possibly can. He's now this could be a clever tactic from him, actually. Yes, he's now starting to lose positions, but he is still up there with the front group of guys. He will be on the one-stop strategy, so everyone will be making one more stop in this race. And Beaton then could find himself back into this battle, actually, for some good points at the top. Magnetics leads the way then with Bailey right on his tail. Bailey, Bailey thought about having a look down the inside there. He's all over the back of Magnetics here. To go teammate Jonathan Mooney, keeping Grant behind for the time being. Viking Fox is trying to bridge that gap to these front guys here. Was leading earlier on. Beaten then coming in. Oh, he picked up a 3-second penalty there on the entry to the pit. He's finally getting off them 13 lap old mediums, but I reckon he's going to go to the end on the hards then. Magnetics leads Bailey right behind him. I don't think Magnetics will be leading at the end of this DRS section. Yep, Bailey's rear wing will pop open. It's right on board with him. 2 tenths behind. If anything, Magnetics got further away than Magnetics there. Burning his ERS just to keep ahead of Bailey for the time being. Bang, rear end a bit loose there. Magnetics burning that ERS, I feel. Bailey going to be close up. Bailey is going to be close up. Bailey's going to go for the move round the outside on Magnetics. Magnetics keeping his eye in on the inside. Bailey on the outside. We'll have to inside for the next corner, and Bailey then takes the lead back from Magnetics then. That's some good racing from the pair of them. Magnetics taking the lead back for Senator Racing. They're in P1, 2 podium positions at the moment. But look who's come to join the party. Viking Fox taking advantage of these top 4 battling between each other. And he's now joined this group at the top, battling for the lead. Isako has dropped off these front guys. Yeah, he's down to P6. Taylor Danny in P7. Cole in P8. Keeping Taylor Danny entertained. Hilly, after that spin, is in P9. He's now on a recovery drive. Got a striker in P10. Milan is P11. Gilbert John P12. Ethan P13th. Hamidi P14th. Delta 15th. Beaton 16th. Colden 17th. Haytham 18th. Back at the front though. Bailey and Magnetics looking racy again. But Magnetics retakes it. Oh, that's a great move from Grant there. Round the outside of Jonathan Mooney. It looked like Jonathan got caught up behind his teammate, and Grant threw it round the outside there. And Jonathan's now having a look back at it, but Grant gets that P3. And just behind now, Viking Fox got great traction out that corner alongside Jonathan Mooney. Jonathan Mooney just keeping ahead. Yeah, he will retain P4. Viking Fox then. He's looking very racy. His tyres are 3 laps fresher than the guys ahead. I am anticipating everyone to make one more pit stop in this race. Set for maybe Beaton. I think he could take them hard tyres to the end if he chose to. The Magnetics and Bailey continuing their battle for the lead. It's been going on for the last 4 laps here, and Bailey trying to get the move done before the hairpin here. Maybe a bit of DRS games going on between the pair of them. Bailey's the one that's going to get the DRS though, and Bailey looks like he's going to be the guy that's going to lead us into the chicane. Oh, look at Grant. Grant late on the brakes again. He's getting some great overtakes done into that chicane after the first DRS straight, and for the second time in 2 laps gains a position. Jonathan Mooney on the lap before, and Viking Fox now on Jonathan. Down inside, Jonathan's going to have the outside. Viking's got it covered. Viking then up to P4. Grant, king of the late breakers in this race, by the looks of it, he's flying through that chicane, just throwing that car in there. Got ahead of Magnetics there. Magnetics went from P1 down to P3. You see his top 5 continue to battle away. And the gap to them and Neely Psycho is slowly creeping up as well. It's up to 3 seconds. Next closest battle on the track would be Taylor, Danny and Hilly, teammates, but I don't think they are going to be racing each other too hard. Behind them, feel quite evenly split. Hamidi and Beaton. Beaton, I think it's on a lot fresher tyres, so he should have the advantage on Hamidi. Back to the front 5 then. Jonathan's just, I think, struggling to keep on to the back of these guys right now. So could these 5 about to become 4? Can Jonathan hang on in there with these guys and just keep that DRS going? He's on the older tyres out of all of them, along with Magnetics. And by that, keeping the lead, P2. No chicane antics there from Grant on that lap. Magnetics now got a bit of pressure actually from P4 Viking Fox. It's on the freshest tyres out of this group of guys ahead. As we are about to finish lap 17, we'll have 12 laps of racing to go. Got a few good battles going on in the field, but the main battle is at the top as Beaton. Oh, he's been beaten. Leading that gaggle of cars, keeps ahead of Hamidi for now. Colding's up there as well, with Delta battling away. Taylor Danny into the pits then. He's going to be the first guy to pit for the second set of tyres in this race. Here he comes. He's got tyres he throws onto that car. And he's going for another set of hards then. It's just like the mediums and softs just ain't quitting it tonight. So first of the two stoppers is Taylor Danny's. He's gone medium hard then for his strategy. When will these front guys pit then? So we were seeing the mediums only lasting between 5 and 8 laps, and so roughly these guys at the front, if they want to switch to a medium tyre, they're going to want to go to around lap 22. So that's another 4 laps away, unless they pit a bit early and put on another set of hards, but they will come under pressure from guys on the mediums later on towards the end of the race. So for the first time in this race, well not in this race, but the first time since the first pit stops, the lead position hasn't changed place in 2 laps. And to the front 5 then, into the pit, Magnetics and Jonathan Mooney then decided now's the time to pit. And Psycho Hilly, we've got a lot of cars pitting actually, everyone going for this being their second time. Jonathan has gone for hards. Magnetics gone for hards. Everyone seems to find that the hard tyre is going to be the tyre to get them to the end. It's got, 11 laps on this hard tyre. And now they're going, once again, Magnetics and Jonathan will now try and take advantage of that undercut. They've just got out ahead of Beaton here. They've got a bit of clean air in front of them as well, so they should be able to take advantage of that undercut of the guys ahead of them. They did so in the first stop. Looks like they could. Looks like that's what they're planning on doing again. New Psycho also pitted on that lap, gets ahead of Coldine. Oh, that got close there between Coldine and Hamady. Oh, a bit of contact there between Coldine and Hamady. And Taylor Danny's taking advantage. Taylor Danny goes around the outside of both of them. Was it Taylor Danny? Yeah, it was Taylor Danny. Danny saw them to make contact and decided, if you two want to battle away, I will nicely and quite happily take them 2 positions away from you, Coldine and Hamady. And in the pit now is the race leader, Bailey. He pits in. Let's leave Grant and Viking Fox out front then. And Carl as well. The only front running out the top 6 that we had before the pit stops that are staying out. Now where is Magnetics and Jonathan Mooney? Have they made that undercut pay advantage? No, they haven't. Bailey managing to keep ahead of these two. He's gone to the hard tyre as well. He's managed to stop the undercut there from Magnetics and his teammate. I reckon another lap and he would have been behind them, so he's timed that well. Now that means Viking Fox and Grant, unless they're going to the end on this set of tyres. Oh, there you go. Viking Fox just gets past Grant there into the lead, but because these two are battling, they're battling away, it's going to be costing them time to the guys that have pit behind them. Unless they don't plan on pitting again, they're costing themselves time. And so we're about to head into the final 9 laps of this race. Will the front 2 pit? Viking Fox stays out. Into the pit comes Grant now. Viking Fox was leading the race at the start. It's the last of the front runners to pit, and it cost him 3 or 4 or 5 positions. Is it going to be happening again for him? And out goes Grant then. Grant was in. Well, he was just behind Bailey before these pit stops started happening, and the undercut look has kicked in because Grant is now down to P6 here. Out the pit he comes. What's the gap? He's 2 seconds down on Jonathan Mooney. So the undercut now is 4. He's becoming very strong. So Grant was P2. He's lost 2 positions to the 2 guys ahead of him and a bit of time as well. On fresher, what about? I think 2 laps fresher though. Just ahead. Bailey and Magnetics going racing. Magnetics gets ahead of Bailey. Bailey's not giving this one up though. Trying to get his position back through the chicane. Magnetics holds on to that P3 for the time being then. Bailey's going to try it. Bailey's looking around the outside of Magnetics. Keeping nice space for him. Magnetics getting that push down and shows Bailey the door. Bailey's not giving up again. Bailey throwing it down the inside. Magnetics around the outside. Is there contact? There is contact. Managing to keep it on the track though. Bailey and Magnetics. That was fantastic racing there. Bailey would not yield that position. He really wanted that position back off Magnetics and threw it down the inside twice. There was contact. They've kept it clean. They've both got their front wings still. No damage caused. There we go. What a battle between them two. And if anything, that's how Viking Fox out here, because the gap was 15.6 seconds back to Magnetics. It's now only 15. Now these two battling. We're playing into the hands of Viking Fox out front. I've got a strange feeling Viking Fox might not be pitting here. I have a strange feeling he may stay out to the end here. Try that one stop if he can get the tyres last. But Bailey and Magnetics going racing again. Round 2. Bailey gets ahead this time. Using the DRS. Magnetics has to yield. No. Throwing it down the inside on this side then. So Bailey takes net P3. The gap to leader is coming down then. So they have took 0.8 of a second out of Viking Fox on this lap alone. I feel Viking Fox pitted now. He's going to be looking around P7 and a few seconds behind this battle for the lead. I think, if anything, Viking Fox is going to have to try and stay out and hope that these guys do not close the gap down with the tyre advantage they are on. Bailey's got ahead of Magnetics and he's pushing on here. Jonathan down in P5, Grant P6. We've got battle here. Hilly and Beaton going racing. They are still going racing. Is Hilly and Beaton as they come down to the hairpin. It's a three-way battle here. Hilly, Glorious Striker and Beaton all battling away for that P9, and Hilly gets past Beaton, and I think he's got the DRS to take it with him as well. And Glorious Striker's getting involved here. He wants a bit of Beaton as well. And he has got a bit of him. But Beaton's not giving it up. Oh, he ran a bit too deep there to Beaton. That hands that P10 position to Glorious Striker. Nice. Little battle down the field then into that P9. There you can see it from P9 down to P14 there. Nice gap. 4 or 5 cars there. Oh, we've been 2 seconds of each other. So we've got a battle at the front. We've got a battle in the middle. With 5 laps to go. It's all to play for. And that gap now between... Wow. Bailey took 2.5 seconds out of Viking Fox's lead here. 5 laps to go. If he can keep up that rate of attack on Viking Fox, he will be meeting him on that final lap. I think it's pretty obvious that Viking Fox is going to stay out to the end. It's just whether now has Bailey got enough time to catch him, overtake Carl, and overtake Viking Fox. Carl was actually gained up on Viking Fox here. Carl can't rule him out. But in the silent assassin, to be fair, he's been hovering around with these front guys, just behind them, to be fair, for most of the race. He's now closing in on Viking Fox in the lead. And unless Bailey starts taking 2 seconds a lap out of them, Carl could be in for a podium here. He's standing in for Diablo for ProGen Racing. ProGen Mercedes, I think it is. He's going to get some good points for him. To be fair, fantastic reserve driver. Stepping in to get some great constructors points for this team. What about now then? As we're coming to the line, Bailey then on that lap took 2 seconds again out of Viking Fox. 5 laps to go. Bailey needs roughly 1.75 seconds a lap to be challenging Viking Fox and Cole for that lead. And I feel like Cole, he's not even attacking Fox here. Are these two playing the game of, if we don't battle with each other and cost each other time, we could get P1, P2 here. Bailey though, you can hear him there on the brakes squeaking. He's fully pushing here. He knows he's got to go for it. Oh, and there we go. There goes my theory of it's not battle. And take P1, P2, because Cole and Viking Fox are racing. The 3 second penalty is starting to add up for the midfield and lower end of the field. Jonathan Mooney as well. It's just got past Magnetics then into P4. Senator Racing did very well in the sprint race. Are doing very well in the main race. And they, I think, are definitely going to be taking the Constructors' Championship lead here. And again, another 2 seconds took out of the leaders. With 4 laps to go now. At this rate, Bailey's going to be on the back of them guys in front. As we start the last lap, he's going to be right on the back of them as we start the final lap of the race. These two, Cole and Fox, are going to go for it. They ain't pitting, they're going for the one stop. They can make it pay off. What a race they would have had. And considering how long people were leaving it on the hards and mediums, surely they're going to be high risk for a puncher. One thing to keep an eye on. As we see now, Jonathan Mooney now having to defend. Oh, we're going 3 wide. We are going 3 wide. Grant got shown off the track there on the inside. I've never seen someone pushed off the track on the inside. Grant down to keeps his P6. Oh, there might have been a bit of contact there. They did decide to go 3 wide, but then kind of all unravelled. And whilst these guys are all battling away, Jonathan's teammate, Bailey, got a bit of a gap to him now. He's put 2 seconds between them. And he takes another 2 seconds out of Viking Fox and Carl, but just behind, Jonathan, Magnetics and Grant cost each other 2 seconds from that little battle that they were just having. And at the rate that these guys are catching the leaders, that might have just put them out of the chance of getting onto the podium here, because Viking Fox and Carl had a lap there where P4, P5 and P6 didn't make up any time on them. And they're still too busy battling away. Viking Fox has dropped 1.7 seconds off the back of Cole. And here comes Mooney then. He's going to be defending for Magnetics. Magnetics again. He's been having quite a battle this race with the Senator Racing team. Most of Magnetics' battle has been with the blue cars today. The Glory Striker picks up a 3 second penalty. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers now with 3 second penalties as we approach the last 3 laps of the race. Bailey, look. He's now 4 seconds off the lead. With 2 laps to go. I feel he won't have enough to catch Cole in the lead. But he may just have enough to catch Viking Fox for second. Go on, he's got to keep his head down. Squeeze every bit of life he can out of these tyres. Feels like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton with this tyre advantage going on. Oh, Magnetics and Jonathan Mooney then. Still battling away. They are now battling for that P4. I feel like a podium is just out of sight for these guys now. I think it's P4 that these guys are really battling over. Grant survived that scare. 2 laps ago when they went 3 wide. He's back in on this battle now. He's not giving up on a chance for P4. If anything, he's closer to Grant than they are to Magnetics. The battle for P4 is going to come down to the final lap. I think the battle for P2 is going to come down to the final lap. I feel Carl may have just done enough here to secure victory. We will see. Throughout the rest of the field, it's quite quiet here, but we have got Hilly and Glorious Striker still battling away for P9 on the grid. Let me just change this now to penalties. So they've all got 3-second penalties, so that's not going to affect their race too much. If anything, Jumbo John, no penalties at the moment. He could actually jump up 3 positions here by not having any penalties. If he could just stay within 3 seconds of Hilly, he will be there to take P9. Little Jumbo John then having a good end to the race. We've got a car that's spun round. It is Hamady Jr. As we start, well, we're on the last out of Cole. He's going to take it. Oh, Bailey's took 2nd place. Bailey has took 2nd place. Viking Fox, so he's coming back at him. Viking Fox, the tyres are 10 laps older than Bailey. He ain't giving up the 2nd place without a fight. But look, as you can see, look, the tyre advantage as they accelerate out of that corner is all Bailey's. And the one-stop strategy for Carl has paid off. The one-stop strategy for Viking, you can say, has paid off. He has dropped a position to Bailey, but the guys behind him ain't going to catch him, and it's going to help him secure a podium finish here. Magnetics has got ahead of Jonathan Mooney. Mooney's now thinking about going for that last-ditch move. Thinks better. Oh, there's definitely contact there. Jonathan Mooney definitely ran into the back of Magnetics there. As we come round, right, Carl's going to take the win. Bailey's going to take P2. Viking Fox is going to take P3. Magnetics just going to stay ahead of Jonathan for P4. Jonathan takes P5. Grant P6. Need Psycho P7. Taylor Danny. 3-second penalties going to take P8. Can Little Jumbo John stay within that 3-second? Will he steal P9 from these guys? Cross the line goes Hilly. And he does. Little Jumbo John, by just keeping away from all the penalties. The guys ahead of him with 3-second penalties has gained 3 positions, and Little Jumbo John will take P9. Hilly rounds out the top 10. Glorious Striker in P11. Milanis P12. Ethan P13. Breton P14. Ethan P15. Delta P16. Colding P17 and Hamandi P18. Macram disqualified from the race after having a spin at turn 2, pointing him in the wrong direction, facing the pit lane, and again disqualified for him, unfortunately. A little goal. Standing in for Diablo for Progen. Just took the win. Bailey was gaining on him, but just ran out of time towards the end. He takes P2. Viking Fox, the 2nd guy on that one-stop strategy, finishes out the podium. So Bailey, I feel, will be a bit gutted he didn't get the win there. But as a team, Sounds for Racing, we've had a fantastic showing here in Abu Dhabi. And they surely will be leading the Constructors' Championship. My driver of the day, I'm going to say Carl. Carl's my driver of the day today. He was just hanging on to the back of the leaders for most of the race. Decided to go for that one-stop strategy, made it pay off, and he took the win for it. So you can't win at that. There we go. The finishing positions: Carl on P1, Bailey P2, Vodka Fox P3, Magnetics P4, Jonathan Mooney P5, Grant 6th, Psycho 7th, Teddy Denny 8th, Jumbo John 9th, Hilly 10th, Gloria Striker 11th, Melanius 12th, Ethan 13th, Beaton 14th, Haytham 15th, Delta, Coda and Hamidi round out the race. That's your finishing positions unless penalties take effect. I'll see you guys next week.